Script: The demolition of a legacy. The golden hues of the setting sun stretch across the vast open fields. A sturdy stone wall, a silent witness to time and history, stands at the edge until now. A bulldozer, cloaked in dust, moves forward relentlessly. The ground trembles as chunks of stone crumble, the echoes of destruction filling the air. Sam stands frozen, his fists clenched, his heart pounding in his chest. His breath is heavy with grief. This wall wasn't just a structure of stone, it was his father's legacy, a monument to a life of sacrifice and resilience. Sam's father was a World War II veteran, a man who had given everything for his country. Upon returning home, he built this wall with his bare hands, and not just as a boundary but as a symbol of endurance, perseverance, and triumph over hardship. Every stone was hand-picked. Every groove bore his sweat and labor. Sam remembers the evenings spent with his father, listening to war stories as they placed each stone together. "This isn't just a wall, son, it's our history," his father's voice echoes in his mind. But time is unkind. The Homeowners Association, HOPE, saw no history, no sacrifice, only an inconvenience. The wall, to them, was nothing more than an obstruction, an outdated relic in the way of their modern landscape. Letters, complaints, and warnings arrived at Sam's doorstep. He pleaded, explained, fought, but to no avail. Then, without warning, they acted. The roar of heavy machinery drowned out Sam's protests as he arrived, breathless and desperate. Dust swirled in the air, debris lay scattered around him, and the wall of his father's masterpiece was reduced to rubble. He dropped to his knees, his fingers trembling as they ran over the shattered stones. This was all that was left, the last piece of his father's memory, erased in moments. A voice cut through the chaos. "Sir, you need to step back." A man in uniform stood before him, marked with the words U.S. Historic Site Enforcement. Sam looked up, disbelief and anger flashing in his eyes. "Do you even know what you've done?" His voice cracked with emotion. The officer hesitated, then looked around at the destruction. Realization dawned. The wall wasn't just stones and mortar, it was a historical artifact. The Ho had made a grave mistake. What they had demolished wasn't just the wall, it was a piece of history, protected by law. The authorities moved in, and suddenly, it was the Ho facing repercussions. But for Sam, justice wasn't enough. The damage was done. No fine, no penalty could restore what was lost. Sam stood amid the ruins, staring at the remnants of his father's legacy. He picked up a piece of stone, brushing off the dust. A faint carving remained of the initials of his father. He held it close, whispering, "I won't let them erase you." And so, a new battle began, not with war, but with determination. Sam vowed to rebuild not just the wall, but the story, the legacy, the honor. Because some memories are too powerful to be destroyed,